It's been a physical matchup. And I will say this about Aliyah Boston, having covered her all in college and watching her demeanor, she doesn't typically get that upset.
They get tangled up underneath. We saw Jones kind of wrap her up on a previous possession. Now the officials are going to send the two teams to their benches while they talk this one over.
Well, you see that Jonquel Jones had squeezed Aliyah Boston's arm inside hers, and she tried to pull her arm away, and that's where the officials are going to have to take a look at this. They did have a whistle on the play. They did call Jonquel Jones for a foul, so it would be 2 free throws for Aliyah Boston. And then you see Boston pulling down on her arm, and then you see Jones squeezing hers, and then Boston trying to pull hers away. They might have come away with a double technical here.
Tony Patillo, Jenna Renau, and Kelly Broomfield are your officials. They are over at the scores table looking if any of that merits being called a hostile act.
I quite frankly think they're both guilty. I mean, you want to clean it up in the first quarter, you give it to them both right here.
Well, if you're Aliyah Boston, there's a sense, I think, going into her second season that I'm not the rookie anymore. She was spectacular in her rookie season. She is looking to solidify herself in this league here in year number 2. Sure, she took exception to the way that Jones tied her up on that possession earlier in the first quarter.
Well, you know, everyone's going to push Indiana around. That is going to be the way teams are going to come at them on both ends of the floor. They're a young team, and this is a veteran team in New York, and they're just trying to set the tone early. Boston is holding her arm there. Then you see Jones clamp down on Boston's arm, and then you see the shove to try to get her arm free. That's why I'm putting it on both. Got to clean it up in the first quarter.
Well, this is going to be a battle all night, and then these two teams are going to go directly to New York and face each other on Saturday. So back-to-back games where you're going to see a lot of Aliyah Boston and Jonquel Jones going back and forth here. Debbie, if you're Indiana, you talked about the physicality that New York has brought. How do you try to open up opportunities here offensively? Just 5 points over 6 minutes in.
You got to move the ball. You got to cut hard. You got to create space. And if they're going to be this physical, then you go to some get actions. Instead of just going dribble handoff or playing ball screen offense, maybe you pitch it ahead and then you cut off the post. You don't allow them to bring 2 to the ball where the physicality can occur.
Looks like they are wrapping up their decision here in this confrontation between Aliyah Boston and Jonquel Jones, and they're just going to leave it. Common foul.
Wow. I'm a little surprised, to be honest with you, since it's so early in the game.
Aliyah Boston coming off a night on Tuesday where she struggled a bit, just 4 points in 29 minutes.